Tonight on Newsbeat, one student who has found a way to bring attention to her community. One arts and craft that is weaving its way back into popular demand. And how one organization has found a new way to spread a foreign language. All this and more, your Thursday Newsbeat starts now.
Welcome to Thursday Newsbeat. I'm Cooper Dick.
And I'm Charlie Thomas. Tropical storm Gabrielle formed in the Atlantic Wednesday night. It is predicted to become a hurricane by Saturday, but it is not likely to hit Louisiana. Even with this tropical storm, this is still the quietest hurricane season that Louisiana has seen since 1914. Reporter Alex Bonin has the story.
When it comes to peak hurricane season, Louisiana residents know the importance of being prepared better than most. However, this hurricane season has surprised many with its lack of activity. In fact, this is the first time we've seen just a single hurricane since 1914.
The main development region, it gets that name for a reason, has been very quiet during peak hurricane season. So it really hasn't lived up to its name this year. And so some of the storms that have come off of Africa have kind of struggled to materialize. But if they make it into the Gulf of America or the Caribbean Sea, then they'll find lots of fuel once they get there.
With hurricanes bringing mass destruction, leaving many communities having to rebuild, the people of Louisiana are grateful for an off-season. LSU student and lifelong Shreveport resident, Keegan Seema, is one of many who experienced these disasters firsthand.
And what I can say now, like this year being as calm as it is, no major hurricanes to the Gulf, I mean, it's a blessing. Just even when I see memories of people posting memories on Facebook, news broadcast stations posting anniversaries of Hurricane Laura. I mean, this year when August rolled around and Hurricane Laura came in, it pulled some heartstrings because I've seen the damage firsthand.
While hurricane season isn't over yet, we're reaching the end of the season's peak with many feeling relieved, relaxed, and rejoiceful.
And you can keep track of the hurricane in the Gulf by visiting www.nhc.noaa.gov.
During the month of September, we recognize Alopecia Awareness Month and one LSU student making an impact in her community and beyond. Andon Brabham has more.
Kalena Walker. Like many other students on the bustling campus of LSU, Kalena runs a business. But instead of handmade jewelry or clothes, Kalena's business offers something a little different.
I wanted no little girl to feel like the way that I felt when I was younger.
Walker was diagnosed with alopecia at the age of 3 and by age 7 had completely lost her hair.
From the age of 7 to 20, I had in wigs. I didn't say nothing to nobody. I was hiding. With wigs, my mom was customizing wigs for me as a young child.
Struggling with confidence, Kalena found herself with 2 outlets, faith and dance.
It was my first love. Like, dancing took me off of the life is about hair. It was more just like, girl, just dance.
Alopecia is classified as an autoimmune disease where the body's immune system attacks and kills healthy hair follicles. And while it can affect people of all ages, it is typically children who are more affected. Over 7 million people in the United States and 116 million worldwide have been diagnosed with alopecia, with women being predominantly more affected. It is here where Kalena makes her biggest impact. Walker founded her business providing mentorship and opportunities for other young girls with alopecia, like 6-year-old Charlie Burks.
My favorite thing about gymnastics is for aerials. Well, but I can't do it on the floor.
Who, through Walker, met the LSU gymnastics team and her favorite gymnast, Haley Bryant.
It's so nice to meet you.
It's through these opportunities that Kalena finds her purpose.
I thought it would never been possible for me to become the best version of myself without a wig. So when I see these little girls embracing their baldness at an age where I feel like I had to hide, is the most impactful way.
And looks to lead with confidence.
You're more than just your hair. Hair is just that. But what makes you special is that you stand out in such a beautiful way. And it's not just on the outside, but in the inside. So keep being you, keep being true, because That's what makes you beautiful. Here.
For
does that
Tiger
make sense?
TV,
So you have to
I'm
stand
Andy
right here
Brabham.
and be
Walker is also a published author and former NBA dancer for the Pelicans and looks to keep her dance dreams alive while inspiring the next generation of alopecia warriors.
And coming up after the break, one unranked LSU sport that is hitting the road this weekend to take on a top 20 ranked team and what they will need to do to bring back the win.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love. Love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our everyday.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
You need some help?
Your toe chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
And now, a Tiger Sports Update.
Welcome back to your Thursday Sports Update. I'm Jayla London. Let's look into what sports we have going on this family weekend. First off, we have LSU football back in Tiger Stadium on Saturday with the Southeastern Lions on the clock. And here's a breakdown on what you can expect from both teams. After a premier defensive showing last weekend against the Florida Gators, LSU fans are still searching for a spark from the Nussmeier-led offense. On the other side of the field, SLU's play caller, Carson Kemp, has 442 passing yards on the season, 37 completions, and 3 touchdowns, with 2 of those being from last week's 56-3 overhaul versus the Mississippi Valley Delta Devils. Both Kemp and Nussmeier have thrown just 3 touchdowns this season, and this game may be the breakout for either player. However, LSU's defense won't make it easy for Kemp with dominant players like safety Deshaun Spears and Tamarcus Cooley looking to get LSU back into the talks of defensive back university.
I'll probably just say that we are building that identity of that we want of, that physical defense that LSU been had and that DBU mindset that was in the secondary. That's just what we try and show every Saturday, no matter who our opponent is. So.
Southeastern's best route runner, Jalen Domingo, has 152 receiving yards on the season and 10 receptions, scoring his season high of 3 touchdowns last weekend as well. This SLU squad is looking to ride the wave of last week's victory, but will have a challenge inside of Death Valley on Saturday night. I'm eagerly looking forward to this weekend and seeing how LSU will make those adjustments. From the field to the court, let's dig in. While one LSU team will be in front of the home crowd this weekend, LSU volleyball is on the road at USC to face the number 19 Trojans in UC Berkeley in a 3-game series. On a 5-game win streak, the Tigers have all the momentum they need to get it done in LA. That's all the time I have for you today, but coming up, an old school arts and craft is making its way through the mainstream. How you can weave your way into a sacred, relaxing method.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our everyday.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
You need some help?
Your toe chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
What may have once been your grandma's hobby is now the latest way young adults are chilling out and stitching up some style. Reporter Taylor Garcia gives the full stitch on the story.
Needlepointing is becoming more popular with college students who are looking for a new hobby to take up during school.
Needlepoint has grabbed people's attention since 2020 through TikTok trends like Work in Progress Wednesday and Finished Friday.
For my mom.
These videos caught the eyes of many, including Caroline Cantrell, who has been stitching since 2021.
There are so many younger creators who are picking it up and making trendier canvases and different cool younger things that you can actually stitch instead of kind of the older ways that were a little bit more floral, a little more granny.
For young adults, needlepoint is the new way to unplug, and it's spreading by word from their friends.
I first found out about needlepointing from my good friend Caroline Cantrell. She posts on TikTok called Whip Wednesdays, which are Work in Progress Wednesdays, and I followed her on TikTok one random day because she is my advisor in my sorority, and I kind of just followed her on a whim, being oh, she's probably not going to accept my request. And she followed me back, and then I just started getting a lot of Whip Wednesdays, and I was wait, this is so cool, this is so fun.
In January 2025, Cantrell co-founded Baton Rouge's latest thread in its creative scene, Stitch Social Needlepoint Club. One of the first club meetings was at the Elegant Needle Needlepoint shop, where they first greeted Cantrell with open arms.
Some place to be able to go as a first timer, someone who does not know anything, and then be welcomed with open arms to join their hobby. They're teaching you new things, and I kind of just kept going after that first time.
If you're interested in picking up a new hobby, stop by the Elegant Needle or check out Stitch Social on Instagram. Reporting for Tiger TV, I'm Taylor Garcia.
And you can also make a stitch by checking out the Elegant Needles website for more information.
Hispanic Heritage Month started this Monday, and the Latino American student organization, LASSO, kicked it off with their first bilingual story time. The event was held at South Baton Rouge Library and had bilingual arts and crafts activities to encourage students to practice language and conversation. Event organizers Margaret Piccoli and Isabel Mattis talk about how the event came to be.
We're collaborating where we can create an experience, an opportunity where our students are able to work with children that are either learning English as another language or Spanish as another language.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight's Newsbeat. Until next time, I'm Cooper Dick.
And I'm Charlie Thomas. Have a great night.